Welcome to the latest episode of Branding the Experience, where we discuss ways how we can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. I am Ken Bader, your host for Branding the Experience. I'm also your organizational culture and world-class service standards expert, here with our latest episode, Start with the Offer. Now, full disclosure and full credit to Steve Olsher at the New Media Summit. Had the distinct pleasure of attending that particular program. Again, I've gone 4 times, and it's an excellent conference. If you're a thought leader, podcaster, author, trainer, show host, any of the above, I highly recommend that you attend the New Media Summit. The next one is in March 2020 in San Diego, because it's great education and great networking. Speaking of the education, one of the things that was really driven home during that particular event was start with the offer. And as a branding expert, there it is over there, at first, I was taken aback by that a little bit because, branding is about telling your unique story and not necessarily a hard sell per se. But after thinking about it and learning a little bit more from Steve and the other attendees, it really got me contemplating about, there's nothing wrong with when you're building your brand or your brand messaging to think about, well, what is that high ticket offer? Or as I would say, what is the end game of where you want to lead your customers, prospects, members, clients? Because as I started to think that way and have even begun to apply that concept to my clients, it begins to change just a little bit the way that you create your brand and brand messaging. Case in point, one particular credit union that I work with, we were doing a lot of brand messaging and brand imaging to make sure that we told their unique story, and we've come a long way. But one of the things that we hadn't done is think from the very beginning about, what is that high ticket offer? What is that number one program, service, product that we want our members, in this case it's a credit union, so it's members, not customers, that we want our members to take advantage of with our particular institution. And in having that discussion, we found that instead of in our brand messaging and in the whole marketing campaign that we mentioned 3 or 4 different products, that we really hone in on not only what we want the members to have, but the biggest problem that that particular credit union solves. And in this case, they are truly a lending expert. That's what they do really well. That's where they do their best work. And as it turns out, given their particular niche, that's actually where their members have the biggest problem, in that they're very big experts in the industry that the members are in, which is very different from the financial industry, but they're not experts in finances, and they're definitely not experts in mortgages. So we created a little bit of a different brand messaging, not taking away from all the branding that we did, but we began to retool the brand messaging a little bit to talk about how this particular credit union are lending experts, to lead with some empathy, which this credit union is very good at, that, we understand that you very well may be experts at this, but not necessarily at your lending future and getting the best situation for yourself. And that has actually taken our messaging to a much more succinct and clear message to their members on what we really offer in terms of the value at the credit union and the benefit that means to their particular membership. So, thank you to Steve Olsher at New Media Summit, number one. And number two, start with the offer. We do need to tell our unique story, absolutely. We do need to be empathetic, We also don't need to be a hard seller, especially from the very beginning in our brand messaging, whether it's email marketing, billboards, advertising, social media, what have you. But I do agree that starting with the offer and understanding what the end game is will help us quite a bit in the brand messaging that we want to proliferate out to our particular niche. Thank you for spending some time with me today. And as always, here's hoping that you're branding the experience at a very high level for all those you serve. Take care.
Hey, would you like to have a 30-minute no obligation strategy session to talk about how we can brand the experience better at your unique service-based business? Well, then send me an email. Simply send me an email at kbator, B-A-T-O-R, at btcinc.net, and let's get that scheduled. This is not a 30-minute sales call. We dig into exactly the issues and the unique brand that you have in your business so that you can brand the experience even better for all those you serve. This is only available for a limited time. So if you want this 30-minute, no obligation, complimentary strategy session on branding the experience at your business, email me today at kbator, B-A-T-O-R, at btcinc.net. I'm only offering 10. Once they're gone, they're gone. But make sure you grab one of those sessions so that we can help you brand the experience better today.